yards or more, passes of 15 yards or more. But those are really those kind of plays during the course of the game. And, of course, turnovers and turnover margin is one of those statistical things that has always been critical. But you're right. Red zone, defense and red zone offensive efficiency. And I think where you see a lot of teams that are really good in the red zone are teams that have dual threat quarterbacks, to where the running quarterback and those plays that you have built into your red zone package make you more difficult to defend in that part of the field.
Talking with Todd Blackledge right now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, and at least of the previews that I've read, it feels like we're just kind of pigeonholing ourselves with the programs that have been there, done that. Of all the teams that are coming back, there are a lot of question marks, certainly with Texas A&M, certainly with Alabama. How much you think we're leaning on how well we know these programs rather than what is actually coming back to these top-tier teams, Todd?
Well, I think we're obviously giving a lot of those programs the benefit of the doubt. I mean, look, as you look at college football, the landscape the last few years, you have three programs that have kind of stood above everybody else. That's Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State. And, they have recruited at a very high level, and they have distanced themselves from other teams in their leagues, respectively. It's interesting to me if you look at, and I'm not a big preseason ranking guy, but if you look at what most people think are the top 10 teams coming into this season, at least half, if not more, are breaking in new starting quarterbacks this year, which I think is huge. I mean, that's a really big point. So I think there's a couple other teams that are poised to maybe, make a move. I think Georgia is one of those teams that JT Daniels plays and can stay healthy. If he plays the way he did the last 4 games last year, I think Georgia has a lot of the other pieces in place to make a run. I think two teams that are in the top 10 that are a little bit not as considered the same upper echelon, Iowa State and Cincinnati, are two teams that have veteran seasoned quarterbacks and a lot of seniors on their team. And I think both of those teams have a chance to make a real run this year. So anyway, I think it'll be interesting, particularly when you consider that those top-level teams have talent, they've recruited really well, but they do have new quarterbacks making their first starts.
When prepping for a game and really talking with the coaches, I'm always curious to hear how open Coach Saban is. Has that been your experience as well? How transparent, I'll say, is Coach Saban before you're calling a game?
I think Coach Saban is great. He's great with me. Part of that is he's known my dad, who was in coaching for a long time. He went to Kent State. I mean, my nephew plays football at Kent State. We have a lot of connections, going way back. But I think for our whole crew, he's excellent. He's very forthright. He usually has a little bit of an agenda and certain points that he wants to make sure that he communicates to us. But at the same time, he gives us time. He gives us access to his team, his coaches, his coordinators, his players. And so I think he's great for us. And I think part of that is, Coach Saban he has an eye to the big picture. He knows what that kind of access and being good with the media can do for him and his program and recruiting and his brand and all of that. And then so, I think he's as good as it gets when it comes to, our dealings with guys from the media standpoint.
He's always giving speeches through the media to his team, basically.
Yeah.
It seems like he's just talking to his team.
He does that a lot. I mean, again, that's what I mean. He does have points that he wants to get across and, messages that he wants to stress. But again, I have tremendous respect for him as everybody does. And, what he's done there at Alabama and the success they've had in this era of college football and same number of scholarships and all that is just nothing short of remarkable. So, hats off to him. And I enjoy meeting with him and seeing him, and I'm excited to be covering his team in Game 1 this year.
Todd, I kind of want to change the the topic here and go back a little bit. I was on 5 teams at Alabama. One as a redshirt year, part of the 10-year Penn State rivalry, Alabama rivalry. We played 10 years in a row. Tremendous amount of respect for you guys. Love going up in Happy Valley. Even though that we had to fly 3 planes because the runway it's too short,
right.
and all the
it's
different.
A little better now, Wes.
Yeah, I know.
I think they've expanded that runway.
Yeah. And one of the planes lost oxygen and had to fly under 10,000 feet. I mean, we tried to beat the system and different things. Anyway, it was just a great experience. But the way it ended for Joe Pa was I even sent my kids to his camp later on in life. The way it ended was awful. And I believe he deserved all what he got in the end. That's my opinion. Do you think that ship would ever be righted?
I hope, Wes. Joe Paterno was a very, very special person to me in my life. Very much of a father figure, and I have the utmost respect for him and his family, and love for him and his family. And so it broke my heart to see what he went through as well. In some cases, I think they might correct some of those things over the years, but I also think in some cases, once a bell like that is rung, it's really hard to unring it. And unfortunately, a lot of what he did and so much of what he did, it was great for not only Penn State but college football as a whole, got kind of lost in the shuffle.
So what's the mood or the temperature of the Happy Valley now? And do you have a lot of interaction still up there?
I don't have as much interaction unless I do games there, because nobody's there that was there when I was there, or, people that I knew in the administration. Everybody's different. It's a completely new regime from top to bottom. So, I still love going up there. I still, I bleed blue and white and love my time at Penn State. And I'm happy that they, under James Franklin, that they've got it going on again, and they've been successful. I really, think that Bill O'Brien, the new offensive coordinator in Alabama, did the most remarkable job when he came in for the 2 years that he was there, just to kind of keep the thing going in a positive direction. Was an outstanding coaching job. So, I don't know people up there anymore, but I still, there's still a big part of my heart that belongs to Penn State.
Todd, thank you so much for hopping on with us. We didn't even get to the Taste of the Town. Will we see the Taste of the Town pop up again this year?
Well, there's a good chance we're going to try to bring it back. So it's a little. We're going through some talks about that. We haven't done it for 7 years, and yet people think that we're still doing it and talk to me about it all the time. But we're going to try to see if we can get back.
I watch the old programs just to see where to go to eat still.
They're still out there.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much for your time today, sir.
All right, guys. Take care.
That is Todd Blackledge. He is going to be on the call for next Saturday's matchup there on ESPN ABC with Alabama, Miami. Not a bad way to kick off a Friday, Wes.
Not bad at all. It's going to be, a lot of fun. I can't wait. I'm so excited, like a kid in a candy shop. I love high school football also. There's some good games tonight if you doesn't have anything to do and want some. Grissom's playing Lee at A&M, and Huntsville High's here in town playing Mountain Brook. So good football out there. And, of course, Madison Academy. Who they play tonight, Steve?
That would be you could confuse them with the Army Black Knights because they have changed their color scheme and they're running the veer. They're going full core, full-on Army mode, but it is the Scottsboro Wildcats who are in town with a new head football coach as well, and Coach Bell. So should be a good one here tonight. These two teams used to be region foes, and now Madison Academy at 4A and Scottsboro up to 6A. So should be a good one tonight.
Yep. Sounds
Incidentally,
like
that Huntsville game that Wes is referencing against Mountain Brook, you need to download our app and go to Zone 2 for the Huntsville Mountain Brook game tonight, as Drudy Arman and Austin Coletti will be on the call tonight on Zone 2, as we have full coverage of Huntsville High football for you right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. And heard quite a bit of the play-by-play from Austin Coletti. You'd never know that was his first football game that he did last Friday. But
what a job he did.
He is no stranger to play-by-play. He's a brand-new graduate just graduated with communications from the University of North Alabama, and is glad to have him a part of the team as well. And I'm aging myself more than anything because Coletti was a spotter for Brian Neese back when we were doing Bob Jones football games. So Austin has gone full circle, if you will, with joining us and being now the voice of the Huntsville Crimson Panthers. Certainly good luck to the Crimson Panthers tonight, as they are at home over at Milton Frank. Is it at Milton Frank?
Do you
Wes?
think? Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah, Chad's giving me the
Okay.
head nod.
I would think so if Grissom and Lee are over an A&M
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
So you, when you call a game with Drew Arman, do you have to wear a helmet?
It's not required, but it's recommended.
Recommended. Okay.
Yeah,
I
not
thought-
required, especially that face shield.
Just the drive over.
Yeah, you better have a helmet if he's driving. I learned that in Atlanta with a guy with in the back seat giving wrong directions too. I'm talking to.
There we go. If you'd like to be a part of a Pick 2 Friday, you can do so on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. And that number to be a part is 256-576-4977. I'm amazed how many people have access to my telephone number, getting text messages about, which way is Birmingham? Okay, I appreciate the text message. 256-576-4977. So
everybody
the first
knows
question,
Birmingham's east of Atlanta.
Of course. It's Birmingham, South Carolina. The first question I have for you, Wes, is how closely will you be watching Nebraska at Illinois tomorrow around about lunchtime?
I don't know. Probably not. Why?
No, it's a Big Ten game. It's an early game that actually has a little bit of a sizzle on it, rather than just these Fresno State,
Nebraska's
Michigan
never won the Big
matchups.
Ten. Has Illinois ever won the Big Ten in football?
Ever? I don't know about ever,
Been a long
but I mean,
time ago,
not
30s probably.
Yeah, not in recent memory. Yeah, for Nebraska, their last championship is probably the Big 8. It feels that way. But anyway, that is what is kicking off tomorrow. And then you've also got Hawaii at UCLA. That's tomorrow afternoon. Looks like that's a 2:30 kick time. Some other games as well this weekend include UTEP and New Mexico State. UTEP is a 10-point road favorite in that matchup at New Mexico State. UConn is a heavy underdog on the road this weekend as they go to Fresno State. They are a 27.5 point. There's one book, BetMGM, that has them a 28-point dog in that matchup for the UConn Huskies against Fresno State.
So Illinois' last time they won it was 2001. It's 20 years ago, but still, I didn't think it'd be.
No, I didn't. I would have
What's
never
pretty
gone
cool
there.
is they won it in 23, 53, 63, and 83. So 2 years from now, we might have a good bet.
Good. Just whet the appetite every decade, right?
Yeah, every 100 years.
Every century, not decade.
Yeah.
Some other lines that are moving a little bit. Let's see here. This is sneaking into week 1 in the college football landscape. The Bama-Miami matchup is still holding steady at 19 points in favor of the Crimson Tide. Over-under is being set at 62.5 between Alabama and Miami. And Auburn That number has now jumped up to 37.5. Auburn, I believe, opened up, I want to say, around 30, 32. It's jumped up a good ways since that first line came out. The Georgia-Clemson matchup has now bumped up to 4.5 points in favor of the Clemson Tigers, with the over-under set at 51.5. And I'm sure this number may move because UCLA is playing this weekend, but LSU remains a 3.5-point road favorite there at the Rose Bowl against UCLA next weekend. So that, and also the Monday night matchup has Ole Miss a 9.5-point favorite over Louisville. That's interesting.
I think they'll cover.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah. I just think you got to be special to stop Lane. The only thing that bothers me coming out of camp, first of all, year 2 when he was down in Boca at FAU was awful. They had a really good team. Had 3 people get drafted and just was not a very good year.
Yeah.
And then everybody talking about camp, how the defense has been shutting the offense down. That's scary to me. But maybe they're just running base plays. Lane knows how to adjust. He's one of the best in-game adjustment guys there is. He can do it on the fly. He can draw it up in the dirt. I mean, he's
but
just.
Can he call it?
He can. I think he can.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he can. I think he. The problem with him is as a head coach, and going for it when he shouldn't, and he goes for it too much, and then not changing with what if your quarterback's struggling and throwing interceptions and then he'll just go down with the die by the pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of realizing his quarterback doesn't have it today and maybe try to win the game a different way.
Let's talk to Charlie from Albertville on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. How are you, Charlie?
I'm doing good, guys. I love listening to y'all's show. I just started listening last year and been listening all this year, and y'all rock.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Hey, I was looking at schedules for the SEC. How would you like to be Mike Leach with his schedule? So his out of conference games, and then the back-to-back games he's got. I'll let y'all talk about it and listen to you.
Who does Mississippi State open up?
I didn't think they played their out of conference schedule was that hard. Let me see. They play La Tech, and La Tech is not bad, but
it is La Tech, NC State, at Memphis.
Yeah, those are some good games.
Then Tennessee State is the other non-conference game that they also have.
Well, I mean, La Tech, if you mess around, they can beat you. NC State, they're up and down, but occasionally they'll have some players. And Memphis always has players.
Yep. And I know, at least historically, the Ole Miss-Memphis game is always you can almost feel that rivalry when they play that back and forth between Oxford and Memphis. So I don't know how big of a rival that is, but, yeah, they're going to be a good football team, as they usually are from year to year here over the last handful of seasons. So we shall see. Let's take our first time out. Rat Cephas, if you stick with us, we'll start the next segment with you, sir. It's a Pick 2 Friday, and we'll be back.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Luganbill here for Woody Anderson Ford. When I was in the Tennessee Valley, one of the things that impressed me the most was the quality of the people. People like Bobby White and his team at Woody Anderson Ford. And now you can experience the tremendous new service lanes and showroom at Woody Anderson Ford, at Jordan and Sparkman, or just stop by for breakfast or lunch at Henry's Mustang Cafe. And in Madison, visit Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, just south of 72. Like a great college football tradition, always there, Woody Anderson Ford.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list, and maybe a little scary. but it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188, and you can email me at Dan, that is Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Hey, this is Justin with the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. We'd like to invite you to North Alabama's premier patio bar and grill, where at the factory, we have something going on each and every night. Monday night, steak night. Tuesday night, karaoke. Wednesday night, the Jeep community comes out for Jeep Jam. Thursday, it's bike night, the biggest in the valley. Friday and Saturday, live concerts on our 4,000 square foot patio, along with drink specials and a beautiful staff. What are you waiting on? We will see you at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill.
TOC Sports has been there for you. Now, you're probably asking yourself, what does that mean? It means for more than 20 years, Alabama's largest orthopedic group has been there providing coverage and care to more schools and student athletes in the Tennessee Valley than any other group. It means whether you are the star football player, the all-region volleyball ace, or someone who hurt their knee in a weekend pickup basketball game, TOC Sports physicians are proud to have the opportunity to care for all your orthopedic needs. It means for parents, coaches, athletes, desk jockeys, or even weekend warriors, TOC Sports physicians continue to meet and exceed the orthopedic and sports medicine needs of our community. But most importantly, during these challenging times, we're here for you now, and will continue to be here. So as long as there are players on the field, games to be played, and contests to be won, the orthopedic specialists from TOC Sports will be ready to help. We don't know what the future holds, but you can count on the TOC Sports team to stay committed to you, so you can stay in the game. Call 256-539-2728 today and ask to see a TOC Sports physician. Check them out online, also Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Chad, cue the cheesy Italian music. So you're in charge of the dinner spot, and the family is a hard group to please. Dad wants award-winning 21-day age certified Angus beef. Mom craves authentic Italian food like great-grandma. Sissy pretty much won't eat anything but fresh seafood. And old life of the party, Uncle Walter, likes to enjoy a cigar after dinner with some live local entertainment and some killer cocktails. So you think you're in a pickle? Well, you're not. Relax. I'm Tom Chapman, chef at Nick's Ristorante at 10300 Bailey Cove Road, just south of Weatherly. We have all that and more. Our friendly and helpful staff is eager to help you Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 5. So, corral that crazy crew of yours and give us a call at 256-489-8280 or tell them to check us out at nicksristorante.com. I promise you, the gang will all think you're a culinary cruise director of awesomeness if you take them all to Nick's. See you soon. Ciao. Okay, Chad, kill that music.
Nick's is for patrons 19 or older.
This segment of The Drive is brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, located online at woodyAndersonFord.com with 2 locations, Hughes Road in Madison and Jordan Lane in Huntsville.
It is a Pick 2 Friday, brought to you by Nick's Ristorante. Wes Neighbors is back in the studios of 97.7 ESPN The Zone. I am right here at Bill Washington Stadium on the campus of Madison Academy and getting ready for a little Mustangs Wildcats, getting ready to tee it up in about an hour and a half. We have more high school football coverage for you. Just download our app. Just search 977 ESPN on your Google Marketplace or your Apple Store and click on Zone 2. That's where you can find coverage of the Huntsville Crimson Panthers as they take on Mountain Brook, as that coverage, I believe, starts around 6:50 with the pregame there with Austin Coletti and Drew DeArmond on the call for that one over at Milton Frank Stadium. And also later on tonight, there is a Zone 3. We have a Zone 3, and it is due to the fact that we have a high school, North Alabama high school scoreboard show that starts at 9:30 no matter what, as we've grown our scoreboard show as Scott and Chad man the scoreboards for us each and every Friday night. And down in Gadsden, it's on WKLS, the rock station down there in Gadsden, and over in Florence on WLAY. So they'll get you covered all around North Alabama between those 3 sticks and, of course, right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. But as soon as we are done here with Madison Academy football, we hand the baton over to Scott and Chad, and they will get you officially done with Week 1 now that we are here this Friday night. It is a Pick 2 Friday. As I mentioned, Rat Cephas is waiting patiently, and I imagine what is a steamy breezeway.
It's not cold. It's pretty nice. It's not that hot either, but but there ain't much breeze either.
Well, I had a breeze on me until someone moved the fan.
I know you get my fan and put that on here. I'm just going to talk about my old school where I went to first, second grade, maybe third, down Barber County. They won their first game since 2013. Well, they didn't actually win.
Yeah, they did.
Got a forfeit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went over that. We've been over that already.
A win
Wednesday.
is a win.
Oh, did I talk to y'all?
Yeah, on Wednesday.
You sure did.
Yeah, we figured you were in the cooler.
Mercy me. Does that count?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
on
of
the
course.
Scoreboard.
Yeah, as long as you win.
But it was a team from Georgia that was supposed to come play. I guess
They probably all got arrested coming across the Alabama line.
There it is.
they's afraid they might put a.
You know,
we got two prisons in Barber County, so they might afraid.
Well, you know, for a while there, you had to have a quarter pound of pot to come across the border if you were in Georgia.
There it is. Well, welcome to the Empire of the South, the state of Georgia. Here's your baggie.
Yeah, here's your baggie.
I was just curious to know why Columbia and New Hope didn't play last night.
I don't know the answer to that. I do know Columbia is only dressing, I want to say, 15 players.
Wow.
So there could have been an issue with the amount of players because at least from what I've heard, talking with coaches around, that COVID is still an issue, and there are some players not playing tonight due to COVID reasons. So, but when you're playing with that few on the roster, then you're really you're handcuffing yourself out of the gate.
I could have been third string guard on that team.
What, now or 30, 40 years ago?
Maybe now. about 40-something, 50 years ago. I ain't no spring chicken.
Very well documented. Very well documented.
All right. Hey, y'all have a good night. I'm going to listen to that Scottsboro Madison Academy game.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Rat Cephas.
See y'all.
Shane Sean, you're up next.
Hey, guys. How are y'all?
Doing well. How are you?
Good. Yeah, there's a bunch of that COVID going around right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sprouting everywhere. My son just tested positive for it 2 days ago.
Well, be careful.
Yeah.
Oh, he's all right. He's still a young little 14-year-old whippersnapper, so it ain't really affected him a whole lot.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
You want to hop on pick two?
Yeah, just 1 second if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
Madison Academy game. I know
you mean the Briarwood Christian game?
No, the Madison Academy game tonight against Scottsboro.
What about it?
I know Madison Academy got beat last week, but they played a really, really good team.
They did.
So, but they're gonna feel like $1 million after tonight. I promise you.
Well, they're Scottsboro coming off of a win over North Jackson last week.
Let me. I'll tell you this: Scottsboro was below subpar average and North Jackson really sucked. That was a crappy ball game. I'm sorry, it was. Scottsboro shouldn't even won the game at all.
Wasn't there an opening kickoff return?
Yeah, the very first kickoff of Coach. I think his name's Coach Bell.
Yep.
The very first play that he experiences at Scottsboro, they run it back 92 yards for a touchdown.
And North Jackson lost.
Yeah, North Jackson lost by
4 points.
No, yeah, I mean it was 4 points, but they should have lost. But they did. Coach Bell, he they won because of the coach, I believe. A little slicker in there.
Well, your phone is breaking up a little bit on us, Sean. Let's try that one more time. You want to hop on pick 2?
Gone.
256-576-4977 is the telephone number. Incidentally, after 2 off days, not 1, but 2 off days for your first place Atlanta Braves, they start a 3-game set tonight at home against the first place San Francisco Giants. So it's first place against first place. We'll have coverage tomorrow and Sunday for Braves baseball right here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. The pick 2, all right. I'll convey the pick 2 as folks are starting to line up their phone calls. It is going to start out with Nebraska at Illinois, and this is, I was reading up on the game notes for Nebraska. This is the 132nd year of Cornhusker football, and this is the earliest conference game in the history of Nebraska football. Coming up tomorrow on the road at Champaign, as that game will be televised on Fox TV, Fox 54 here regionally in North Alabama. So it is going to get that full spotlight in the Big Ten between the Fighting Illini and on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Cliff?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Doing well. Appreciate the call.
Absolutely. So what we got tonight?
You want to hop on Pick 2? Or?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it. Nebraska at Illinois.
Man, I'm going to have to go with the Illini.
And then UAB takes on Jacksonville State next Wednesday on the Crampton Bowl. But 2 coaching staffs that know each other quite well. I thought it'd be fun to include that game, even though it is a Wednesday game.
Yeah, let me get the Blazers on that.
In your tiebreaker, I mentioned it right before you came on, Cliff. The Braves start a 3-game set with the Giants. Total runs for the Atlanta Braves in all 3 games against San Francisco will be how many runs?
Let me get 14.
I hope you're right, Cliff. And it is yours.
All right, fellas, y'all have a good weekend.
You too.
All right, buddy.
John is up next. What do you say, John?
Hey, good evening, guys. I'd like to get in on the pick 2.
You got it. Nebraska at Illinois.
We're going Illinois.
And UAB, Jacksonville State in Montgomery next Wednesday night.
UAB.
Total runs for the Bravos this weekend against the Giants.
13.
It is yours,
available?
John. Yeah, it is yours. Anything else on your mind,
Awesome.
or you good?
Nope, that's it. I'm excited, guys. I'm ready for college football.
Amen. Hear, hear.
All right, y'all have a great weekend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Pick 2 Friday brought to you by Nick's Ristorante, where all you do is simply call in, join in, pick the Pick 2 correctly. Should we need a tiebreaker, you shenanigans out there that call it pick 3. That's when we need that third element to pick 2. DJ is next.
Hey, how about it, guys? You doing all right?
Doing well. How are you, DJ?
I'm doing well. Can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
All right, good deal. What we got going on I heard the first one, Nebraska and Illini. Who's the coach of Illinois now?
You know, I'm that would be our friend Brett Bielema.
Oh, that's right. What you guys talking about him? I'm going to go with Nebraska.
Nebraska is coached by Scott Frost, who's in a little bit of hot water at the moment.
Have they still got the kid from Athens there?
Who are you thinking of?
I don't know what his name is. He's the backup quarterback a year or so ago, I think.
Yes.
Is he talking about the Logan Smothers kid from Muscle Shoals?
Logan Smothers.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he transferred to Muscle Shoals for his senior year, then went to Nebraska.
Okay.
He
What's
went
the line
into the
on it
transfer
right now?
portal.
What's the game looking like? What are they calling it as?
What's that?
Are they picking? Who are they picking to win it?
Vegas has the Cornhuskers a touchdown favorite.
Okay. I'm going to go with Illinois win it by a field goal. I know you're not asking for scores.
Yeah,
but
no. We just do straight up winners. We leave point spreads to the
I've
big
won
dog.
before, Steve. I know.
UAB and Jacksonville State on Wednesday.
UAB.
And total runs for the Atlanta Braves this weekend against the first place Giants.
How many games? You said 3 games?
3 games.
Oh, wow. How about 11?
It is yours.
All right, man.
No.
Have a great weekend.
No?
No.
No. Oh, wait a second. No, yeah, Shane Sean. Okay. He just went with 11. So.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's all right. I'll go with 13.
13 is off the board as well with that combination. 14 is off the table. 11 is off the table.
My goodness.
And so
I'll go 17.
it is yours, DJ.
You'll probably win now.
Have a great weekend.
That's the way it usually works.
Yes, it does.
All right. We'll with it.
Oh, no. You see, Chad, you're wrong because Sean went Nebraska, not Illinois.
I'm sorry. I apologize. You give it to him if you want.
Now what do you do?
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put an asterisk on DJ and give him both 17 and 11. Okay. Making me do math over here.
What do you want to do, the average? That doesn't work.
No.
That's 14.
No. Jeff is next. How are you, Jeff?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing well.
I just want to jump on pick 2.
Illinois playing host to Nebraska.
Let's take Nebraska.
And UAB or Jacksonville State?
Give me UAB.
And then total for the Braves this weekend against the Giants?
16.
It is yours, Jeff.
Y'all have a good evening and a good weekend.
Appreciate it. You as well. Incidentally, speaking of the Braves, Jeff Francoeur will be on the show on Monday. He texted me earlier today and said, we're talking Georgia-Clemson, right? Not Braves. So we might be talking a little college football with the Atlanta Braves analyst coming up on Monday. So while I have a second, I would ask folks out there to keep your thoughts and prayers to Coach Fuller, as I was told to it would be okay to put it out there, his coach does have COVID-19 and has a pretty bad case of it, but certainly the family welcomes your thoughts and prayers to Coach Fuller. We wish him a very speedy recovery, and all the best to Coach Fuller, who is, to say he's a friend of the program, understates saying
very understatement.
Understates saying he's a friend of the program. If you could do that, we would certainly be appreciative of that. Let's take our final time out here in hour number 1. We'll continue to take your phone calls on the other side on a Pick 2 Friday.
You're listening to The Drive with Wes Neighbors and Steve Moulton on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hi, everybody. Eli Gold here. Right now, indoor air quality occupies top-of-mind awareness for families and business owners. Rick Smith and the trusted professionals at Environmental Comfort Systems can take care of your indoor air quality concerns with their state-of-the-art indoor air quality solutions. Environmental Comfort's indoor air quality systems remove 99.9% of airborne contaminants so you and your family can breathe clean, fresh air. If anyone in your family suffers from allergies, or if you just want the security of knowing the air you breathe inside your home is free from viruses, bacteria, pet dander, dust, and odors, Environmental Comfort Systems are the professionals to call. Environmental Comfort also carries state-of-the-art, high-efficiency comfort systems that increase home comfort, keep humidity in check, and help you save money on your energy bills. Give my friend Rick a call or visit them online at envcomfort.com and breathe cleaner air today. Environmental Comfort Systems, Alabama license number 92314.
Maybe the air doesn't blow like it should, or it's needing new tires, or you're just ready for something newer. It's time to move up, time to trade up. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, and it's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your current car or truck is worth more than you know. In fact, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't trade. We have nearly 100 Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned models to choose from. Our Ford Gold certified or low mileage, gently used vehicles with great warranties. They've passed a 172-point inspection by certified technicians, come with a 24-hour roadside assistance, plus a full tank of gas and a fresh oil change. It's the perfect time to trade in and trade up because your vehicle is worth more right now at Woody Anderson Ford. Corner of Jordan Lane and Sparkman Drive. Hope to see you soon.
This is Wes Neighbors talking to Chris Haygood of Bob Wallace Appliance. Chris, what sets you apart from other appliance dealerships?
Wes, these appliances are going into the most used room in your house, your kitchen. The way we have these appliances displayed, it's easy for you to visualize how they'll look in your home. Wes, what sets us apart is the people. They're well trained. In fact, they live and breathe these appliances. And if you need service, you'll really appreciate our parts department.
Contact Bob Wallace Appliance at 256-533-2121.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Ann Adams. Ann, I understand you have some exciting news.
Yes, Wes, I do. Berkshire Hathaway Home Services was just recognized in the 30th Annual Harris Poll Equitrin as the Real Estate Agency Brand of the Year and the most trusted real estate brand.
That is awesome news, Ann. You know, great companies in Huntsville, Alabama, winning awards is what we want. Is it a great time to list your home?
Yes, it is. The inventory is low and the market is heating up.
And I understand you're also looking for agents.
I am. We are so busy, Wes, we need agents to keep up with the demand.
Ann Adams and Rise Real Estate has been doing business in North Alabama for the last 35 years. If you want to do business with someone you can trust, she has been writing contracts since she was 9 years old. Call Ann today at 256-337-2625.
Are you in the market for a recreational vehicle? Do you want to get out and see more of this beautiful country? Well, imagine hearing the laughter of your little ones enjoying gooey s'mores by a cozy campfire and making lasting memories with your friends and family from the comfort of a new camper. We can make your dreams come true at Hall's RV. With over 15 years in the camping business, we know how to get our customers into the perfect camper. We have several models and floor plans here for you to choose from, both new and used. We're family owned and operated with fantastic deals and great service. Everyone wants to work with people they can trust, so come on down to Hall's RV and get the deal of a lifetime. We'll treat you right and get you on the road in the camper of your dreams. Visit us on Highway 431 in Albertville. Hall's RVs, where we sell fun. Or see us on the web at www.hallsrvsales.com.
From the WZDX Pinpoint Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. A mostly sunny sky this afternoon. Temperatures hanging out in the upper 80s and lower 90s. A couple of isolated showers are going to be possible through the heart of the afternoon, early into the evening. At the end of the day, though, most of us are going to be dry, so there's absolutely no reason to cancel any Friday night plans, and I think high school football is going to have absolutely fantastic weather. Lows dropping into the low 70s as we head into the overnight. A slightly better opportunity for a little bit of rain on Saturday afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on your home for ESPN Radio, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The following liner is courtesy of Frank Caliendo. Check out Frank online at frankcaliendo.com.
I tell you what, man, that talking ball's some good stuff. It's some f***ing good stuff, man. I love to listen to these guys. Tell you what, man.
Coming up in hour number 2, if you missed it from earlier in the week, our conversations with Dan Wetzel, who gave us a nice little summary of the AAC's, Big Ten, and Pac-12's Zoom call. I think that was Tuesday. I want to say that was Tuesday. And then also from earlier in the week, Coach Jerry Glanville joined us, and so we'll re-rack a portion of that interview as well coming up in hour number 2. If you want to hear the full conversations, just head over to our website to hear all the shows, that in case you've been out and about, maybe missing one or two here and there. If you need written excuse of missing a show, just give me a heads up. I'll see what I can do for your boss at work. Just head over to our website, 977ESPN.com. Keith is up next on a Pick 2 Friday. How are you, Keith?
Doing good, Steve. How are you and Wes?
We're doing well. Thank you for asking.
Hey, I just wanted to ask y'all what you think about Mac Jones' chance starting the first game.
Well, I think it's very good. I think that
game one.
I think it's very good. I mean, you have Cam Newton just missed 5 days of practice.
Yeah.
I mean, and you watch the games. It's no doubt who's the better quarterback. If you watch the games, I mean, Cam Newton doesn't have near the accuracy that Mac Jones does, and you can say, well, yeah, but he can run the ball. Yes, he can. There's no question about that. But they don't want him running because he gets hurt every time. Now, I mean, he's been dealing with injuries the last 3 or 4 years, and I think Cam Newton has done well. He's playing better than he was at this time last year, a lot better. But the accuracy of Mac Jones opens your eyes if you really watch the game. A lot of people look at these statistics and think they're looking at the game, but they're not. Yeah. You got to go watch the game, see where the balls are thrown, see how they move the ball. I mean, Cam Newton's doing well, a lot better than he was last year, in fact. But Mac Jones he's the best. He is the best quarterback in college football history. Had the best season, one season in college football history. Highest completion percentage rate, highest QBR. And it's boiled over. You watch the game. I mean, he had 2 touchdown passes dropped. He should have had twice as many yards. One was a long ball.
Yeah.
The guy knocked himself out, not dropping it. Anyway, I just now it'll get faster when the real bullets start. How he adjusts to that and this or that, and he's a rookie. I get it, but I think it's a good chance he starts. I don't think it's 100%, but I think it's good. mostly because Cam Newton hadn't practiced for 5 days, a huge part of the camp. So we'll see.
Keith, I'll be surprised if Mac is the day one starter.
Well, Steve, I tell you what, he don't look like no rookie to me.
No, he really doesn't. I mean, in terms of substance of what Wes had to say, don't disagree one bit. There is just to have a former MVP there who looks better than he did last year. I just think it would be smarter.
But he doesn't look like the best quarterback. That's the key. And I'm not going to tell how Bill Belichick how to run his team. He's won a lot more Super Bowls than I have. I'm just saying, you asked, does he have a chance? I think he has a good chance.
Keith, you want to hop on pick 2?
Sure, Steve.
We've got Nebraska at Illinois.
I'm going to go with Nebraska.
And then UAB and Jacksonville State square off next Wednesday.
Boy, that's a tough one, but I'm going Jacksonville State.
Nothing wrong with that. And total runs for the Braves this weekend against the first-place Giants.
Is 11 available?
It is. With that combo, you're good.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, Wes. Y'all have a good weekend.
Thank you, Keith. Appreciate it. It may, going back to that Mac Jones question, there's just there have been 2 different rookie quarterbacks to actually start a football game for Bill Belichick. He is not customary of handing the keys over to a rookie, but if you go rep for rep, you're right, Wes.
Well, I'm just telling you,
he does look better.
Well, it's not. I don't think it's close. But Bill Belichick said the same thing this week. It's not like I'm just. He said that this gives Mac a better chance to start the first game because of Cam Newton's absence. But I wish Cam Newton. I like watching the guy play, and I think that one of those things where sometimes Mac Jones, you get competition makes you better. You might learn some things from Mac Jones and his thought process, and maybe Mac and Cheese might have taught him a thing or two. Because Mac and Cheese thought process is when the offensive linemen are commenting in the post game, saying, "Hey, he's like having the offensive coordinator out there.
Mm-hmm.
He knows where he needs to go every time with the ball." That's what else are you supposed to say?
The back and forth between Ryder and Bill Belichick. I always enjoy hearing these kinds of sound bites. Dan Shaughnessy of the Boston Globe. The floor is yours, sir.
Little misunderstanding on the Newton thing. I don't quite get. Newton was gone for you for 5 days, and it was characterized as a misunderstanding. Was he told he could go, or did he not know the rule, or did you not know the rule?
Yeah, don't really have anything to add, Dan. You released a statement. I think that covered it as thoroughly as we can without, getting into a lengthy thing. So let's leave it at that.
Okay, it's just for us. It allows the possibility that he either went without permission or someone didn't know the rule, which is very unlike you guys. And I know it's important to be at practice, and he's a pivotal guy in your team. So it leaves us a little bit out there as to the motivation for why he did this, and if he knew, and if you knew, or if he went against team rules.
No, he didn't go against team rules, but there was a misunderstanding, and it's exactly what I said it was in the statement.
So he was unaware he would lose the 5 days?
It's exactly what I said it was in the statement.
One other soundbite from Coach Belichick.
Will Cam be back out there today?
Yes.
With his absence, so to speak, you said it was a good opportunity for Mac Jones. You said it certainly was in the in-person press conference. How did you see him take advantage of the extra role and the extra snaps that he got?
Yeah, well, as I just got through saying, I think that all the players and the coaches, for that matter, that participated yesterday learned had good learning experiences. We did some things well. There's certainly some things that we need to correct, and a couple cases just make adjustments too. And so that's part of football too. Like that comes up a lot. There are a number of things we need to do better, but hopefully we can learn from some of the mistakes that we made yesterday collectively as a team.
I don't believe you answered the question.
You noticed that too?
Yeah. He never answers the question though. Oh, man. The thing about it is, you look at these quarterbacks, and there are a lot of guys having good preseasons. Rookie quarterbacks in the NFL, they'll throw everything at you. Eventually, you'll see, Mac Jones has the mind to process it. I was shocked he was the 5th quarterback taken in the draft.
Yeah.
I was still blown away by that. And a guy that I respect as one of the best coaches, offensive minds ever, June Jones, said the same thing.
Yep, you sure did. Sports Center update is next. We'll be right back.
Kerry Rosenblum here with Rosenblum Realty, and we appreciate our MA family. Football season is back again, and we're here for your real estate needs. We've been also doing rental properties for many years,